Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. I am Tracy DeMario, and I'm a Superstar Director out of Kansas City, Missouri. Super excited to talk to you guys tonight. Hopefully, you already are in the know that Sensi is offering a bingo incentive. If you are new to Sensi and this is the first you've heard of it, then I'm going to give you a little bit of information. But you can go to your news tab of your workstation and just search the word bingo, and you can pull up the full article with all of the details and the specifics. If you haven't already printed off one of the bingo cards, you'll find the document there as well. Oh, look at some of you guys. I'm so impressed. Actually, that's you get extra points. So you can print off the bingo card as well. What I really liked about this particular incentive is I truly feel like it is possible for every consultant, for regardless of how long you've been with the company, to earn one of the bingos. If you earn one of the bingos, you have the opportunity and you will win or earn a Vibe tumbler, which I guess I don't know if it's just because I'm too old. I had no idea what that was, but evidently they're super cool and it's all the things. So we'll be getting a Vibe tumbler and a Sensi wagon, which I can say that would have really came in handy these last several years that I've spent my lives on ball fields pulling around my Sensi logoed wagon. But that's okay. I'll take it. And trust me, I will find places still to take it. And if you happen to get a blackout, you have the opportunity to earn $1,000 flight or hotel card, like gift card. So, I'm going all in on this. Some of you guys know I absolutely love bingo, all things bingo. So I'm taking this one really serious. Before we get started on the how, a couple of things, because I may be talking about some hard things here. So I want to make sure we got our mindset right. I want everybody to think back. I mean, how many of you guys have ever rode a bike before? Most of you, maybe most of you. So the first time you got on that bike, did you just get on and just pedal away? I'm going to guess that most of you probably fell a few times, were scared to death, had fear, had doubt, were telling yourself, I can't do it. But you got back up and you kept going. And eventually you learned how to ride the bike, right? Oh my goodness. Hi, Peggy from boot camp. Yay, look at her. Talk about commitment. She's at boot camp. I'm so excited for her. So you did hard things, right? How about parallel parking? Does parallel parking come easy for anyone? I'm going to guess maybe Diane Dreyer. I think she probably can handle it. But for the rest of you, am I the only one that struggles with parallel parking? Somebody else shake their head. Okay, good. It's hard. Like it's really hard. It was super hard to learn it for the test. It's still hard, but you know what? I can do it, right? I avoid it whenever humanly possible. But if it comes down to it, I can do it, right? All of you can do it. Okay. How about potty training? Have you ever tried to potty train a child and or a pet? Was it easy? Did it just happen the first time you tried? It was not easy. Oh my goodness. I had one that was relatively easy. And I had three, oh my gosh, that just were really challenging. So, especially one in particular. But that's okay, because guess what? Every day I just worked at it with them. I worked at it with them. And eventually I got them potty trained, right? So eventually it worked out. So here's where I want you guys to be with me. I want you to remember that you've done hard things. Can we all say, I can do hard things? I can do hard things. All right, we're all on the same page. Now, the bingo we're going to talk about, there's two rows we're going to talk about tonight. Now, obviously, you can pick any row. You can do all the rows. Bonus. But because of time, I'm going to concentrate on two specific rows. The first one is going to be from B straight down. So that, well, it doesn't have a B on it, but, and if you're not a serious bingo goer like me, maybe you don't know. But, yay, hi, Danny, I'm glad to see you're on. It'd be the first row down. This is our B. Pretend there's a big old B on there from the bingo card. This is the row one we're talking about. So the very first square says sell 50 new spring, summer 2025 catalog items. If you've already done that, then good job. And in the chat, give yourselves a shout out, because that is pretty phenomenal if you've already marked that square off, given it's only April the 7th. Okay, wow, well, there you go. I see some dones, I see me's. Love it. Great job, good job. Even though you don't need this square for you, you might have a team member or a Sensi sister or mister that you need to hear this information to kind of help them. So stay with me. So the best way to ensure that you're able to complete this square between now and the end of July, the best way is going to be parties. Parties is going to be the best thing you can do to earn this square. Okay. So we want to write down the word parties. Now, I didn't define what type of parties. I personally am going to tell you, I believe best practice is home parties. So if you can get them, get those home parties. I'm going to give another shout out to Vicki Page, who's with us. She had almost over 4,000 PRV last month from 7 parties, some of which were home parties. So don't be telling me people aren't home partying, because Vicki's finding people to do home parties with, right? I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal month of partying. So people are having parties. So parties, your primary focus is going to be parties to accomplish those 50 new spring summer items. People are ready for spring and summer, regardless of living in misery, where we're having a freeze warning tonight. People want to have those spring summer products. So if you haven't already, you need to be having a spring summer open house personally. You need to schedule it. If you're like, my house isn't too big, I don't want to clean my house, then ask your sister, your cousin, your neighbor, find someone. Find somewhere to have your own personal spring open house, because people are going to want to purchase these new items. Another thing that I would recommend doing, if you haven't done it already, you will see this is supposedly spring cleaning. I don't ever get excited about cleaning, so I can't personally say that that's the case for me. But it seems like this is the time of year people get all in their feels about spring cleaning. So now is a great time to be marketing spring cleaning buckets or bags and focus on those new scents. Okay. By doing that also, even though that's not in our little row, it can help you earn the Sell 15 Clean products, which again, just a little sidebar in case you're going for blackout, right? So we can do some of those cleaning buckets. Many of you guys know that Teacher Appreciation Week is going to come up soon. Nurses Appreciation Week is going to come up soon. There are all kinds of appreciation weeks. Take advantage of those appreciation weeks and make sure that you're marketing new catalog items and showing how simple it is to gift those items. You know, this is a great opportunity. Most people who have kids that are in schools or have a bus driver, most of them gift something. So it can be as simple as a new fragrance in a scent circle so that it's inexpensive, to whatever they might want to spend. You can simply ask, what is your budget for teacher appreciation? What is your budget for Nurse Appreciation Week? I have a home health agency for my oldest daughter, and they are always doing neat and fun little things for their nurses. So why shouldn't they support me and my business if I make it known that I have something that they could gift their nurses? So you need to be thinking about how you can be marketing those. And I assure you, if you use those things that I just said, that square is going to be filled out. We all on the same page? Okay, so we can all do that one. Okay, next step down below. New Scentsy Club subscription with half price item that ships during the incentive. So this means we need a 60 PRV Scentsy Club. First of all, how many of you guys have customers that like the whiff boxes? Any of you? Awesome. So when your customer, because we're promoting and we're sharing and we're marketing those whiff boxes, so when your customer messages you and says, I want to order one of those whiff boxes, you should simply say, would you like to also add a 6-pack of those spring summer scents? Maybe 2, ask a friend. Because if we can get you to $60 or 60 PRV, you could get that whiff box for half price. And guess what? Now you've marked off this box. The next time a customer comes to you with a consumable order, pods, bars, cotton cleanups, air filters, your conversation is, would you like to get a discount on this order and a half price order or half price item and discounted shipping? Well, yeah, that sounds good to me. Awesome. If their order they're currently about to give you does not qualify, but it's close, then just say, hey, simply, let's add a room spray or an extra pod, and we're going to get you there. If their order is not close and you try that and they're like, well, I don't really need anything else, or I really can't afford anything else, Do you have a neighbor, a cousin, a coworker you might want to ask? Because again, if we can get this to 60 PRV or $60, because that's how they're going to understand it, you can get a half price item. So it's having that conversation every time a customer is bringing you a consumable order. Do we all understand how this works? Can we all do this? Absolutely. So now we've got 2. Number 3, sell 5 warmers of the month. First of all, if you subscribe to the warmer of the month subscription and you do so all 5 months, guess what? Done. Fill in. Some of you are like, I just can't really do that. I can't afford that right now. That's fair game. No worries. It's all good. Make sure that you are sharing and you are marketing that warmer or scent of the month. Maybe you have a teammate that lives close by that actually did get that warmer. Maybe you say, hey, can I come over and can we do some videos? Can I go live? Can I share the scent out? Whatever you need to do to start creating some interest around marketing that particular warmer. If you get the warmer of the month, even if maybe you want to get it for this month, you could always use it as a demo and say, you know what, I'm going to find a place, 1 to 2 places a week for the month of April to get this warmer out so that I can collect orders. Because typically if they see it, they experience, they see how pretty it is, they're like, I'll just take that one. It's on sale, right? So there are many ways you guys can utilize this to get this marked off. Do we all understand? Have any questions around that one? Can we all do that? Yes, we can. Okay. Next one. Register for SFR 2025. How many of you guys have already registered? Okay, I see several hands. That's fantastic. So this year we have 3 options for registration. One is in person, one is virtual with all the goodies, and one is virtual only. Regardless of which choice you choose, you get to mark off this square. So if you haven't done so, make a choice, get registered on the events portion of your workstation, and there you go. Done. Now, have I said anything that's as hard as trying to learn how to ride that bike? I don't think so. I do not. I remember it very well. Okay, last, we've got on here, earn the monthly sales bonus twice. Now, this is a big one. I am not going to make things up here. This one is big, but we've already got our mindset set that we can do hard things. We've all came to this conclusion. We can parallel park, most of us probably. We all learned how to ride a bike. We've all toilet trained something, someone. We all lived through it. We all did it. And it was hard, okay? So earn monthly sales bonus twice would mean in 1 month, actually 2 different months during this incentive, you will earn 2,500 PRV. That is a big number. I am not going to lie. It's a big number. It's a big, scary number. But it doesn't mean there's any person on here that's not capable of earning it. What it means is you need to plan your work. You need to plan your month. And you got to have intention of making sure that you show up to do the work. Now, here's what this can look like. So I did the math because I'm like, well, I feel like I'm an overachiever, but I don't like to have too much confidence. So if I did the math, I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, I have minimum qualifying parties, which are 250 PRV. Absolute worst case scenario. That means I need to have 10 parties in a month. Now, here's what we know about having parties. You're going to have parties that are going to be a bust. Vicki shared with me the other day. She did several parties. She had one that was a complete bust, but she also had one that was almost 1,500 PRV. Okay, so if we just go with the thought, let's plan on 10 parties, which we're all capable of doing if we have intention, because we've done hard things, we've proved this, that it can be done between those that are over the 250 minimum and those that are busts. It's going to happen. Now, sprinkle in a little fundraiser that you get for the girl next door that needs to pay for her recital costumes, or sprinkle in a little fundraiser for that family that's got 2 kids in comp ball that costs an absolute fortune to pay for, right? And now you're even closer to that 2,500 PRV. So if you plan And with intention, you can make this happen. All right. So the other thing I wanted to mention as well, again, we talked about having your own open house. So your own open house, every catalog season, it is highly recommended, best practice, you should be having your own party. So if you haven't done so, and even if you have, do another one, right? And ensure that it is more than 250 PRV. Now, I've talked about parties, which should be your number one priority, in my opinion. Fundraisers are just a great way to give back to the community, but they also can bring in a lot of new customers and can bring in a lot of PRV. But I haven't even touched on follow-up yet. So just stay with me because we're going to move right along. So now we've all earned the B, but because we're not quitters, we are overachievers. We are now going to work on the L. So this is what's called an L for those of you that do the bingo. So now we're going to work on this bottom row here. Okay. So we've already earned the monthly sales bonus twice because we know what we need to do there. We've already done sell 5 warmers of the month because we've already had that conversation, right? Now we've got book a qualifying non-consultant hosted party. Here we go. Let's talk about parties. The next time you have a customer that brings you an order, now this is given, we're going to focus, you can pick which one you want to focus on. If it's consumable, I would go with the Scentsy Club. If they're bringing you an order for a warmer and some bars, my conversation to that person is, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this order. Do you think you might have some coworkers or some friends that might need some Scentsy too? Because if so, I would be happy to send a book and some order forms or create a shopping link or give you a bag party. I'm kind of exaggerating, like, because I don't know what you want to pitch them with, because based on how you're wanting to do this. But the point is, in that moment, I'm going to just ask them and offer them the opportunity to host. I mean, they're already bringing you an order. So maybe they want more things and they can get them for free and half price, right? That is, in my opinion, the best way to successfully have a non-consultant party. It's just asking your current customers. Now, if you have had hosts previously, last catalog, that's a natural. Vicki shared this as well. Vicki, you're just our like little star tonight. So Vicki shared this as well. Every one of her hosts that host in the fall, they all host in the spring. Every one of them. So if you have had any hosts in the fall, time to be getting on the phone. I mean, sometimes we do have to pick it up and actually call and talk to them and ask them to host that party for you. So is that going to be hard? I don't see any shaking the heads. For some of you, it might be hard, but can we do hard things? We can do hard things. Been there, done it. We can do that. Okay, next up, register for Scentsy Family Reunion. We've already talked about that. Can it be done? Absolutely. In fact, because you're going to be having so many parties, because you're going to be selling 5 warmers of the month, because you're going to be earning this sales bonus, you're going to have the commission to pay for your registration. Win, win. Winners already. Okay, last one is reach out to at least 5 customers through Scentsy Connect in 3 out of 5 months. How many of you are already using Scentsy Connect? Fantastic. If you are not, good news. It's easy. And I say that because I am someone challenged by anything related to technology. You go to the app or Play Store of your device and you download Scentsy Connect. Once you've done so, you simply log in and it's going to give you tasks to do. All you have to do is show up and do it. If you're like me, I do recommend, number 1, turning on the notifications in the app so that you get notifications and reminders. But I'm a little extra and I need all the help I can get at getting my tasks accomplished. So I have a personal reminder set up in my phone. And at 8 a.m. every single morning, my little dot comes on and my little sound comes on reminding me to do my follow-up. And I like to click the little dot when I'm done. So if you're like me and you need that reminder, then set yourself a reminder. Can any and all of us do this Scentsy Connect follow-up? Absolutely. This one, honestly, it's not even hard. They've already got the templates done for you. I mean, they have made it as simple as possible for you to do your customer follow-up. Okay, so it's now 7:21, and I am going to ask some of you, if you have earned some of these squares, I would like to hear how you did it. And Vicki, I'm going to call you out. Will you give us a little commercial on how you have already earned the monthly sales bonus?
So all the parties that I had, that was just almost a given. I mean, I had such a great month and everybody just they loved the new products. So every time I turned around, there was new warmers, there were new wax bars, all the things. They were just it just went over so well. So it was easy. I'm at 65 or 68 now. So, I mean, it was just an easy, and it's because of the parties.
Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I know we've said it once, twice, three times. I don't know, a few times. So if you haven't picked up on it yet, parties, parties is really truly a very successful way to earn the bingos. And not only the bingos, guys, and I want you guys to keep this in mind. By working and doing the things that we've discussed tonight on this call, when you do these tasks, not only do you have a chance to earn these prizes, which I know we're all excited about, but you're also making business habits. You're building a better business and you're creating habits that hopefully will continue even with or without this bingo incentive, right? I mean, I'm all for the prizes and I'm all about bingo, but having good habits to ensure that my business stays strong and healthy, that's going to be forever, right? Okay, so let's see. Rebecca, I see that you're on the call. Rebecca, I know you've earned a couple of these squares. Can you kind of share of the ones we've talked about how you earned some of these squares, at least one of them?
Um, I signed up my sister, so she hit her shooting star. So I got to knock that one out, and I'm sure before it's done, she should promote. I think she was at seven something, so technically she's my new one, so she could also get that square knocked off for me. But I also earned the sales. I earned 2,000 last month, so I've got one of the 2 months. I just got to hit 25 before the end of July. So that's what I'm focusing on. That's my other, what I would call tough square for me. It's just that one. Everything else I would consider easy. That one's my hard one.
Well, thank you, Rebecca. And just a little shout out for Rebecca because she joined in November. So she's not been with us for a long time to already have me off to such a great start with the new team members and earning the sales bonus. So good job, Rebecca. Okay, let's see. I see many of you guys have registered for SFR. So, wait, shout out for you guys. That's so awesome. And I think I'm even more excited, which is really weird to say because like SFR is like my favorite event on the planet. But wow, some of you guys already got parties booked. So that is so, so good. Now, I did see that Shelly said that she is still struggling with parties. And she said, what's your secret? But basically, I mean, seriously, I mean, I seriously do. And a lot of times now I do events, so I'm around people a lot. And someone will ask about a diffuser because I always have a diffuser going, a demo going, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. How much is that? I'll tell them the cost. And they're like, oh, okay. That's a wonderful way to lead into what if I told you you could get it for free or half price? Same with the Sensi Quad. I've been using that also. And anytime I can demo that Sensi Quad, people want it. I mean, they are going crazy about it. That's been like my favorite new product in a really long time because it gets people's attention. So if you don't have a Sensi Quad already for yourself and have the ability to get one, I highly recommend it. Loan it out, loan it to businesses, loan it out to your friends for short for 2-3 days. Let them experience it. They're going to be buying it. And if they can't afford it, your answer is, what if I told you you could get it for free and half price? In fact, this month we have a host exclusive just for you with the Sensi Quad. So just a few things. And Alicia, thank you for that tip. She says use ChatGPT for help in asking. It's a great tool. That's a fantastic tip. Okay, so who else is, let's see, has anybody earned the Sensi Club subscription yet? Anybody mark that one off yet? I see Laura has. Laura, can you unmute and tell us what you did?
It was my daughter-in-law that set hers up. She seen too many things that she liked. And I told her, I'm like, some of those things that you want so badly, if you put them in there, because she's always doing this, can you order them for me? And that way I don't have to pay as much in shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, if you get it on Club, it comes to your house and you pay $8, not 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, butterbeer was one of the ones she liked.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it sold out.
Yep. That's perfect. That's awesome, Laura. Yeah, I remember we had Lisa Roberry do one of these a few months ago, and she's got huge Scentsy Club. And I remember she said, you know, she just commonly says to anybody who gives her a consumable order, she says, "Oh, thank you so much for your order. Would you like to get a discount on the product and on shipping?" And I mean, who's going to say, "Nope, I don't want a discount. I want to pay." No. So, you know, you can start there and then help them build it up to get you to that qualifying one for the half price item so you can mark your square. Thank you for sharing, Laura. I really appreciate it. Okay, we've got 4 minutes left. Does anyone else on have any great tips they would like to share at earning any of those that that I talked about, or for that matter, it can be about another square if you want. Peggy, how did you earn your 50 spring summer catalog items already? I think she's trying to, oh, she's going to a quiet room because she's at boot camp. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in the lobby, so
Yeah.
just really putting it out there. Planting the seed when we got the catalog, and a lot of people were biting at that time. So that's kind of all I had to do, is just plant the seed with the customers that I had already. So that's it. I mean, you've got to put it out there. You've got to share it. You've got to talk up your business.
Yeah.
If you're not talking up your business, then these squares are going to be really, really hard to get, and they shouldn't be. They should be very easy to attain. I will say I'm struggling with the team aspect of it, getting team members and stuff. Sales have never been an issue for me ever since I started. The other piece is, and so that's where I struggle, but that's where actually being at boot camp now is giving me some very great ideas to take back and to learn. And one thing that I can say from today is Scentsy is giving us the tools. You have to use those tools. If you use those tools, you will succeed. If you choose not to use the tools that they give you, that's on you. And I'm not sugarcoating anything because that's not the kind of person I am. Your business, you've got to take what they're giving you and utilize it because it does work.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Peggy. Again, so happy that you're at boot camp. We're all kind of envious that you're at home office. It's one of my favorite places to be. Carmen said she sold 19 cleaning products promoting the Mediterranean spa products. She sold 15 of those products and a few extra cleaning products as well. Congratulations. That is phenomenal. Yes, see, that's how you do it. Whenever there's a new LTO or a new catalog fragrance, market that. Market, share it. And that is a great thing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Tracy,
You know, again, yes, Sarah.
I got one tip. Well,
Yes.
1 minute. So I'll share a tip. And
Please.
going with that cleaning, I actually was going to share. One thing I like to do is borrow bags. And what I do with my cleaning product, when there's just a little bit left, I always keep it and put those in my borrow bags and let people borrow them. And it's a good way to really sell those cleaning products or laundry. So just something to remember as you're using them. Save when there's just a little bit left, or, you know, less than a fourth or whatnot. So you're not giving them away, but then people can try them. So
yeah, that's fantastic. And then my last tip before we wrap this up is if you have got any customers that have purchased from you in the past, to make it really simple and really easy, shoot them a follow-up message and say, "Hey, I thought of you. This is a great 6-pack of spring summer fragrances. Make sure they're all new, right? And say, I have an order going in on Friday. Would you like for me to add them?" Same with your pod users. Well, no, forget that. We can't do pods because we don't have any new pods. So never mind, scratch that. But same with like anybody who buys the cleaning products or any of the other products that are on the laundry products, you can do the same thing with. Just make sure they're new when you're targeting them. Because many times mine are like relieved. If I send them a 6-pack, they're just like, yeah, I'll take that. That's great. Because they don't even want to think, right? They just are like, they just want it. So that's my last one. It's been so great having so many of you guys on tonight. You know, we do this call every single Monday. It's always at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so make the adjustment based on where you're located. And again, it was so great seeing you all. This will be recorded, it'll be shared, and I hope you guys all have a great night, a fabulous week, and we all get bingo. Good night.